everybody, welcome again to Sapphire Makeup. So today we're going to do a tutorial on how to do this hairstyle that I'm wearing right now. It's super easy. The only things that you need are some heat protectant hairspray, a curling iron, a comb if you want one, just a little regular comb, and some hairspray. If you're interested and you want to see it, keep watching, and let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. I've already gone ahead and separated my hair into 3 sections, bottom, middle, and top. It's really important when you're using any heat styling tool that you spray your hair with some sort of a heat protector. I like the Joico line for this, the Silk Result. Okay, you just spray it on, comb it through so that it doesn't get all clumpy and crunchy and stuff, and then go to town. So I'm just going to give a quick spray here to the layer. I usually do about an inch section, sometimes up to 1.5 inches. The more curls you put into your hair, the more, I'm not going to say fluffy, but the more volume that your style is going to have. So if you really don't want it to have a whole lot of volume, then fewer curls is definitely better. At this length of hair, you're going to have more volume whether you want it or not, so you need to decide how you're going to do it. The other way that you can go about not having quite so much volume is to not curl all of the layers of your hair, but instead you could curl, you know, maybe just the top layer or the top 2 layers of your hair. And that way it's not going to have as much volume from the underside, so it's not going to be as poofy. And my curls are going in nicely. Like I say, the other way you can get not so much volume is to use a bigger barrel curling iron. I have an 1.25 inches and I have an 1.5 inches curling iron as well. At this point, for my hair, for what I want to do, those curls are going to be way too loose. I like to have it a little bit fluffy and voluminous, whatever. I like to have it curly. So, go ahead, curl the rest of this, and I will meet you back here. Okay, so I've got the bottom layer curled. I'm going to take the clip out of the back that I used to section off my middle section of hair. And again, you're just going to repeat the process. You want to take your little 1 to 1.5 inch sections, put the hair into the curling iron, and curl away from your face. By curling it away from your face, if you need to move your hair out of the way or something, or if it's like to falling into your face later on, as you'll see mine might end up doing depending on its mood today. By curling it away from your face, you're going to give yourself a little bit more flexibility with what you're actually able to do with your hair later on. So again, go ahead, curl up this section, and I will see you back here when I'm done. As you can see, my hair is really thick. I have a lot of it. It's very curly. So yeah, at this point, you need to decide where your part is going to be. If it's going to be on the side, in the center, on the other side, wherever, you have to decide where that is. So I usually part my hair on this side, so I'm just going to take my baby finger and just kind of do a rough part, because this look doesn't have to be beautiful. Well, it has to be beautiful, but it doesn't necessarily need to be perfect. So I'm going to do kind of a deeper side part. Actually, let's fix that. Scars are nasty. Put the curling iron down. That'll make things a little easier, won't it? Alright. So, I have, I don't know if you can see them, some really short pieces. I'm going to save those ones to last. So on the top section, I'm actually going to start curling at the back. The reason I want to leave these ones to the last is because I usually kind of curl them a little bit differently. They used to be bangs. They're not anymore. Anyway, I usually do those ones a little differently just to make sure that they've got some shape to them, because I don't really want them flopping all over the place. So you're just going to find a part at the back section at the back, whatever. And you're going to do your same curling procedure. These top sections are usually a little bit longer, so you're going to have a little bit more curl going onto the barrel. As you can see, it's all curled up, right up into my scalp. Be careful you don't burn yourself. It really hurts. And let the curl fall. We're going to finger comb our curls later on, so don't worry too much if the curls aren't perfect, or, you know, if you've got sections that are making you mad. I usually end up with sections that make me mad. I just ignore them until the end, because at the end is when you get to, you know, make the shape and the actual style that you really want your hair to be in. So, alright, so I'm just about done this top section. After you're done the top section, you can take a look, you can go back and see any of the spots that you missed. It'll be really evident because you'll have hairs hanging down. Like I've got a couple on the side here. These ones. So these ones I'm going to have to go back and recurl those sections, or curl them to begin with. So usually you just need to curl them up just a tiny bit, just to get them kind of up into the hair, because otherwise they'll hang down and look kind of silly. So what I do is I take it up, and as you can see, some of it falls down because it's still layered, and I curl them up to the top like that. Alright, now that all the curls are done, now it's time to style. And all I do is I take my fingers and I just finger comb it to loosen the curls up. You're going to do it to your whole head, and it's going to come off really puffy and scary, like holy cow, Medusa. But then you can kind of bring it down. This is usually what I'll do. Get it all puffy, and then I use my fingers to pull the curls down. There. And when you practice this, you can totally have it done in 20 minutes. Okay, so the spray I use is the Big Sexy Hairline. Big Sexy Hair. Spray and play harder. Ignore the big ugly price tag on it. But so then you just take it and just a little spray, just to keep those curls where you want them. Depending on the length of your hair will depend on the size of the barrel that you're using. I use the 3/4 inch barrel. I like it. It works for my hair. If you have longer hair, obviously you're going to use a bigger barrel to get the looser curls and stuff. Super easy, super pretty. You can dress it up with some clips or some bobby pins, or, you know, anything really. So that was how to do this hairstyle. If you like what you saw, rate, comment, subscribe, send me a message, tell me what you want to see, tell me if you need any other tutorials. Basically, I want to do what you want me to do, so let me know. See you next time.